This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, New Eternia Mekaneck. And in the case of this figure, there's not really much New Eternia about him. He looks pretty much like the vintage one, at least at the moment. If we turn to the side here, we see that just completes the front, and we see a blue version of the Road Ripper. Now, I believe, and I could be wrong about this, that version of the Road Ripper showed up in Argentina, and it may have actually come with Mekaneck. Also, we see a crab person there and a crab person there, meaning wherever he's at. Oh, and a couple more down there. So I guess he's near some kind of beach area with near the ocean and being stalked by Clawful's people. That sounds like a bad day about to happen, doesn't it? On the other side, we get a close-up of his face and his neck extended and moving outward. Then when we go to the back here, we see Mekaneck with a couple neck extensions. Obviously, once again, we are not getting a actual action feature with him, just the semblance of one. However, these neck pieces are better designed than the one from Origins, as they blend into each other, unlike Origins did. Also, it looks like his weapon functions as both a club and a periscope. He also comes with a shield that has the Road Ripper face on it. Mekaneck, heroic human periscope, captain of King Randor's submarine squadron. Mekaneck searches for the broken pieces of Greyskull in the darkest depths of the ocean, hoping to restore New Eternia to its former glory. Okay, that was unexpected. He comes with a Road Ripper, but he's a submarine guy? That's kind of weird. Okay, he doesn't come with the Road Ripper, but you know what I mean. It's pictured on there. Also available is Battle Armor He-Man. I'm actually not sure if that's supposed to be the New Eternia version or the Revolution version. I think it might be the New Eternia one. Mekaneck, Triclops, and King Keldor. That one is definitely from Revolution. But let's go ahead and open this sucker up, shall we? Okay, so first thing, I am wondering if these are actually compatible with the Origins version of Mekaneck. I'll have to try that later at some point to see if that does work that way, because if they do, that would be awesome. And we actually get 5 joints, which I honestly thought they were just going to give us 2, but there are 5 of them. He comes with 2 closed fists and 2 grasping hands, which is interesting because on the back of the box here again, it shows him using a slapping hand. The contents of the package, though, do not show a slapping hand at all. And then it shows us putting all those neck extensions together and the shield where it goes when he's not using it. Stupid plastic tabby thingies. So I believe we have seen this hand on another He-Man recently, and I want to say it was the Thunder Punch He-Man. And of course, you can just plug the shield in there to use it as a shield, theoretically. Why can I get this in there? Oh my god. Oh, that is a tight fit. That's what she said. So yeah, the shield's actually really nicely done. The print looks really good. Like, I am honestly amazed that it came out that well on there. So you got a shield in place. One of the other things, stay, please keep standing, is that surprisingly his mace comes apart. Although it's not designed in this look to actually be able to work as a telescope. I should say there's no hole going all the way through it to make it act like a telescope. But apparently, the reason why they did it like this is so that you can actually do that. I mean, it's kind of a stupid gimmick, but you know what? If you're going to do something stupid, you might as well do something like this. Actually, let's put all these together. I mean, we're going to eventually do that with Mekaneck anyway, but let's go ahead. So you can actually get a pretty good curve out of it when you have all the neck pieces together. I don't think I would actually use that for display that way, though. But, okay, so we can put his mace back together. Head sculpt. I'll turn this head all the way around for this. And do the splits. So the head sculpt is, I mean, it's basically just Mekaneck. There is nothing particularly special about this figure to call him New Eternia. They didn't do anything trippy with the head at all. It is just Mekaneck's head. Like, you could probably swap this out with Origins and no one would be the wiser, sort of thing. Other than, you know, the general look is more, I hate to say realistic, but, you know, more realistic than the toy version. Like, I think the least that they could have done was do, like, the green, metallic green on the goggles there to kind of differentiate it a little bit more and go with, like, what the original, I want to say what the original toy was supposed to be back in the day. Oh, there's another plastic tabby stuck in it. So that being said, let's take a shield off there, and you're supposed to be able to plug it into the back. And it goes in the back just fine. Now, we can pop his head off. We can pop up the neck joints and pop that onto his neck. I am going to have to raise the camera up for this one. I'm just going to say, this is the Mekaneck we deserve right here with this neck extension like this. Because in both the cartoons, like the original 80s one and the 2000X cartoon when they had Mekaneck, he did do this ridiculously long, like there's no way that all fits in his body neck stuff. And yeah, you can do that here now. This is cool. I really appreciate this one. And Mekaneck's another one of those figures that I really have a fondness for from when I was a kid. So yeah, you know, if they're not going to give us the actual feature where you twist him or you rotate something and have the neck pop out, I definitely want all these joints. Like, and I wonder if there's somebody online who's just selling neck joints or just recreating and selling more and more of these neck joints so you can just make the most ridiculous Mekaneck you ever, you know? This is really cool. I really appreciate this. Well, let's go ahead and move that down to a more manageable size. But yeah, this is what I was talking about, how the neck parts just kind of seamlessly go in together. Whereas you might recall with Origins, and especially with the Turtles of Greyskull one, they had that huge part on the bottom that was supposed to look like it was his clavicle still. So, like, you couldn't stack them and have it look good. Although that is what they tried to do in Turtles of Greyskull, and it looked dumb, making Mekaneck one of the worst figures in that line, in my opinion. But you can see my retrospective to hear more about that. I think I also said that in the actual review I did of him, too. And while I will say, I kind of appreciate that they do give us fists with most of the figures. Although this is becoming less and less often, too, nowadays, when you think about it. We're not getting the extra fist very often. They're cutting back on the accessories. I don't think they're necessary with this figure. And I was thinking about trying to do the pose that they showed on the box, but I guess I have to take all the neck parts off to do that. Let's see. We haven't even gone over articulation yet. There we go. That we can kind of do. So this is as close as you can get the arms together, and I want to just remind you what that image looked like. So they would have had to have had this all the way forward like that. And turn that, and then put a slapping hand in there just to try to make it look like he's holding it. Which, again, he doesn't come with a slapping hand. However, we have not talked about articulation yet aside from the neck joints, so let's do that now. The head is on a ball joint, and it does have that hinged neck part. We can look down, we can look up. He's actually got a pretty good up look, to be honest. Sideways, downward sideways, all around. You look behind him if he really wants to. Being that this is a origin style, he does have the boob cut. And we can actually get kind of like the ab crunch motion with him because his armor is not covering the entire torso and is a little bit loose at the bottom, allowing us that movement. The arms hinge up and down just fine. Rotate at the bicep here. This joint is kind of loose on my figure though. Let's see. The other one feels a little bit better, but not by much. He does have the double joint in the elbow, although that was really tight. Spin at the wrist, in and out articulation as per normal, in and out on the other side as well. The fists also have the in and out. We have a waist swivel, so that does a 360. Although that is weirdly tight. We can kick up. His skirt piece is cut into 3 sections here to allow you the posability. Kick back, although that's kind of like backing out, to be honest. Straight back kind of stops about there. Spin at the hip, at the thigh. Kick out like that. Double joint at the knee, if we can get both joints to move. I realize his boots are like the same as most of the origins, but like I kind of look at these as like shit kicker boots for some reason. They do spin around. There is a lot of furry at the top, but it is fake fur. Hinge at the ankle, and a spin as well. The only really unfortunate thing with this guy is trying to pose him and balance him with his neck in weird positions. As you probably just witnessed, trying to get him balanced was not easy. And that's without putting his mace in his hand. His mace. I hate maces to pieces. But yeah, I gotta say this. As far as this Mekaneck goes, I think he's well done. I am going to go ahead and check to see how this works with the Origins figure. And I will pop up a picture here to show you if it works or if it looks really stupid.
So I would definitely say it works and it looks really good. And I'm kind of wondering now if the reason why it was separated into sections of 2 and 3 is because the engineers had actually meant for the 2-pack of neck joints to go with the Origins figure, kind of as an apology for putting out such crap the first time around for Origins.
So overall in this figure, I think he's great. I really appreciate it. And yes, I'm going to straight out say a lot of that has to do with getting so many neck joints with him. If they had just given us one, I would have just given this guy just a normal kind of like mediocre, it's a Mekaneck, nothing special. But since they did give us all of these neck joints, I'm like, this is exciting. Ooh, oh, let's do something stupid. Okay, so not as practical, but why not? I need help. I really do sometimes. But why don't you guys tell me what you guys think about this Mekaneck in the comments below? I mean, seriously, when you get right down to it, these things make a huge difference on this figure. If they had gone cheap on here, again, it would just been like, meh, just another character. But because they did not cheap out on us in that regard, this is probably the best Mekaneck figure out there right now. But if you enjoyed this review, please feel free to neck that like button. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense, please feel free to subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.